Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this May the 9th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody had a great Tuesday out there. Hope everybody's having a great Tuesday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay. In today's video, we're going to be talking about your forecast for Wednesday and Thursday across the nation, the weather radar across the nation as well. Also, the watches, warning, and advisories for your locations around the United States here. Also, we're going to take a look at the Storm Prediction Center overview for some products that for severe weather, and also maybe take a sneak peek at the fire weather issues as well for portions of the southwestern United States. And also, we're going to take a look at the Columbia, South Carolina weather radar here in Columbia, South Carolina. If you're a new viewer, have not subscribed to my channel, consider subscribing. Click that subscribe button at the bottom of the page there, and you're in. Like these videos and share these videos with your friends, family, neighbors, and relatives to try to get it out to as many people who have subscribed to my channel. I'm 4 away from 370. If there's anybody out there can help me to get to 370, I'd greatly appreciate it. Then I'm only going to be 30 subscribers away from 400, and I hope to get there very, very soon by Friday. I'm hoping I can get there by Friday. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get on into the forecast now. We're going to start off in portions of the northeastern United States here. As you can see, we got high pressure dominating around the Montreal, Canada, Toronto, Canada area, and also over here in Maine, back through New Hampshire, all the way down into South Carolina, northern Georgia, around the Atlanta metro area, all the way back through Tennessee, Kentucky, also into southern Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, surrounding areas, as high pressure dominates always this region. Also, we have a stall frontal boundary extending across the southeastern United States. From portions of Florida all the way through southern Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Texas, Oklahoma, all the way back into portions of South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, back over to central and eastern Montana, also back into portions of Wyoming as well. We have in the yellow slashed area, there may be some severe weather over portions of Oklahoma, through eastern Colorado, western Kansas, through western Nebraska, through eastern Wyoming, and also southwest South Dakota and southeast Montana. Also, we have in the red slashed area here, we have some flash flooding possible from Texas into Oklahoma and Arkansas and northern Louisiana as well. Over here in New Mexico, we got some critical fire weather issues possible. We have some mixed precipitation over a portion of Colorado, western Colorado that is, over here in Nevada, portion of Utah, back into western Wyoming, also in the western Montana, back into southern Canada as well. We got some shower and thunderstorm activity just around the Vancouver and Seattle, Washington area, and also over here in western Oregon and northern California, with a little bit of mixed precipitation in Oregon as well. And high pressure still dominating the southwestern United States from California back into Arizona. Alright, let's take a look at your Thursday forecast. We got a little bit of rain, shower, and thunderstorm activity over southeast Canada and northern New Hampshire, northern Vermont, and western Maine. We got quiet conditions still from New York down to South Carolina and eastern Georgia, as high pressure dominates y'all this region. Also, we still have shower and thunderstorm along that frontal boundary from Florida back through Georgia, Tennessee, to Chicago, Illinois, back to Wisconsin, back into Minnesota, North Dakota, all the way back into Montana, back into Wyoming. Also into Denver, Colorado, with some shower and storms there. Kansas, Oklahoma, back into Texas. In the yellow slashed area there, some severe weather was possible in that vicinity. Also in the red slashed area, there's some heavy rain and flash flooding possible in that vicinity. Also, we have some mixed precipitation over western Colorado, a little bit over northeast Utah, back into western Wyoming, also back in a portion of western Montana, northeastern Idaho. Still got high pressure pressured coast, all the way into southwest Idaho, Utah, back into New Mexico, Arizona, New Mexico, and western Texas and California as well, as high pressure dominate y'all's region. Alright, let's move on to the weather radar now. As you can see, we got quiet conditions pretty much over the northeast. Got a little bit over southeast Canada there. I got a trailing cold front extending from offshore there through North Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina, all the way back into South Carolina, northern Georgia, all the way back over into portions Kansas. Got shower and thunderstorms scattered about through North Carolina, Virginia, the Outer Banks of North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, northern Florida as well. Also, we got a little bit more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity over southern Mississippi, back into Louisiana, eastern central Texas as well, down in Mexico as well. West Texas got some scattered activity. Got a little cluster of shower and thunderstorms, like I said, over Kansas, a little bit over Missouri. Also still got more showers and maybe a rumble of thunder over a portion of Minnesota, Wisconsin, back into southern Canada. Also over here in portion of western Kansas and eastern Wyoming. Also North and South Dakota getting in on some scattered activity. Also getting a little bit of rain and maybe some mixed precipitation over Montana, Idaho, Washington State, maybe Oregon as well. Also southern Canada, got a little bit of mixed precipitation over a portion of California as well, and also maybe Nevada as well. The rest of the remainder the area up here in Washington State, Oregon, getting a little bit of rain activity. We got white conditions around Guam. Well, we got a few scattered showers around the Guam area. Central and South Alaska got a few showers there. Hawaii got a few scattered showers around the Chain Island there. And also around Puerto Rico got a few scattered showers in your vicinity as well. Alright, let's move on to the watches, warnings, and advisories for your location across the nation here. As you can see, we still got some frost advisories over portions up here towards Boston, up towards portions of Maine, also into portions of Vermont and New York, also over here in portions of Pennsylvania as well. Severe thunderstorm watches, severe thunderstorm warnings are ongoing over here in southern Virginia and also back into eastern North Carolina. Got a special marine warning off the coast of South Carolina, just east of Myrtle Beach. Got a few severe thunderstorm warnings over the upstate of South Carolina around the Greenville-Spartanburg vicinity. Got a few special weather statements for some severe weather down here in Mississippi. Also, we have a flood watch in effect for northwest Alabama, southeast Texas. Also up here in the portions of Montana, southeast Montana, and a portion of Wyoming. Got a few flood watches there, portion of Idaho, and also portions of central Idaho as well. We got a severe thunderstorm watch over here, portions of Missouri, with some thunderstorm warnings ongoing there as well. Back into Kansas, maybe some special weather statements for northern Oklahoma for some severe weather. Got a severe thunderstorm over one of the counties there in central Kansas as well. Western Nebraska got a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings there. Still got those hydro issues and some river flood warnings still for South North Dakota, Minnesota, back into portions of South Dakota, still along the Missouri, Illinois border as well. We got the red flag warnings in effect for central Colorado through all of New Mexico, back in the southeast portion of Arizona, eastern Arizona. Got a few wind advisories there. Also southern California. Frost advisories also for portions of northwest California. Some river flooding going on in Nevada. Also western Colorado. Got some flood advisories for portions of Idaho, eastern Oregon State, southeastern portions of Idaho as well. Got some hydro issues there as well for western Wyoming, also into northeastern and southern portions of Montana, and got a few special weather statements for Montana as well. Got a few special weather statements for central Alaska, and got some gale warnings on the central and south side of Hawaii for gale warnings there. Alright, we're going to move on to the Storm Prediction Center overview forecast and their other products here. As you can see, just what I showed you on the Doppler radar, there's some showers and storms over eastern North Carolina, across South Carolina, back through Georgia, back into Louisiana, Tennessee, Texas as well. Also over here in portions of Missouri, and also back in Kansas got a slight risk and enhanced risk. That's where the severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect. Still got that marginal slight risk for severe weather here in the Carolinas and Virginia. You can see a little better on that map here. This is what I was talking about here, the marginal risk over here in Montana. All the way back down, like I said, from North to South Dakota, all the way back into North Texas, all the way back over to Arkansas and Southwest Missouri. Also down here in southern Texas and Louisiana, and over here in the Carolinas with a slight risk in eastern North Carolina and southern Virginia. And like I said, enhanced a slight risk over portion of Missouri, back into portion of Kansas and southern Nebraska as well. And let's take a look at the watch boxes. There's those severe thunderstorm watches that are in effect for eastern Nebraska, eastern Kansas, and western Missouri, and also over eastern North Carolina and Virginia. The MDS discussion, this is a watch unlikely, but there may be some severe weather with some damaging winds and large hail for this area here. That concerning severe thunderstorm watch, that was for that watch box you've seen over southwestern Missouri and southeastern portions of Kansas there as well. Storm report for today so far as of this recording, we had one tornado report located over portions of Kansas. Also, we had 54 wind reports, and we had 4 high wind report pretty much over Kansas, over here in portions of Alabama, also over here in eastern North Carolina and southern Virginia with some high wind reports. Also, hail reports with 90. There were 9 large hail. That was pretty much, they got 1 over here in southeast Wyoming, also western Minnesota, also over here in southern Nebraska. Kansas also got a lot of hail report. Southern Missouri, over here in western Georgia, upstate South Carolina, and eastern North Carolina as well for that. And so that made a total storm report of 145 for today. Alright, as of this recording, I'm expecting these numbers to go up even more as we head through the remainder of the afternoon. And east southern Colorado, back into western Oklahoma, northwest Texas, through New Mexico, and also southeast portions of Arizona as well for elevated fire risk problems in that vicinity. Alright, and we're going to wrap it up now with the Columbia, South Carolina weather radar here. As you can see across the forecast area here in South Carolina, we have scattered showers. These are these warnings that's in effect that you've seen on the weather radar. On that watches warning advisory map. Got that little severe thunderstorm around Greenville. Got some other scattered activity just north of Greenwood, back over toward Fairfield County in South Carolina, back just toward Columbia, South Carolina. Toward Pontiac, South Carolina as well, down toward Orangeburg, Bamberg, Barnwell, and Aiken, getting in on the line of showers and storm moving through your vicinity. All of this activity will continue to drop off to the south and east. Pretty much anybody in the northeastern portion of the South Carolina, from pretty much Lancaster County, Spartanburg, to Camden, Darlington, Florence, Sherrall, back over toward Myrtle Beach. I think y'all should be okay. Should stay dry the remainder of the evening. But cannot rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm possible right now. Currently look like, to my thinking, it will remain dry and with no rain at all for Myrtle Beach area as well, and even Georgetown probably won't see much rain either. Alright, and points northward back into North Carolina. Alright, well, hope everybody enjoyed this video. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, and please subscribe to my channel. Love to have you. And we will catch you back in the next one.